Hey everybody, I'm Jake Heavy Metal, and in today's video we're going to be talking about odd and obvious movie titles. And again, sometimes I make jokes about these movies, but I have nothing wrong with these movies. They're great movies, it's just I think they have a really odd or obvious name. It's pretty hilarious, but they're great, incredible movies to watch. And before we get started, please help support my channel by liking and subscribing, and leave a comment down on what you thought about this video. Uh, the first movie on my list is Star Wars, and these are pretty much my favorite films. Star Wars. Now this one, it's fairly obvious, and it's an odd one as well, because if you think about it, it I guess when George Lucas decided to call it Star Wars, I guess he was thinking like as in star, as in space, because stars are in space. I mean, I don't know if it would have worked if it was like Space Wars, because I think they've got a few movies that have that name, The Space Wars, or Space Wars, or something like that. Um, I know they got a movie called Vampire Wars, but I don't. Well, they're kind of in space vampire wars, something like that. But this one's Star Wars, so I guess he's considering space as in like stars, surrounding stars. I get it. And then wars, of course, is like the Empire shooting, destroying ships, and all that stuff. So I get it. You know. Um, Another one is number two, Star Trek. Now, this is a pretty cool one because they say star as in like Star Wars, it's in space, it's all covered in space. So here you have star and then trek, as in like you're actually that's what trek is. A lot of people call it track, Star Trek, but technically I think it's called Star Trek because basically you're taking a journey, and that's what Star Trek is all about: taking journeys, finding other civilizations, other alien worlds, things like that. Pretty much what, if you're an older type of individual, you've seen it, you know what it's about. It's pretty cool. Another one that I thought was, some of these are really poetic, like American Graffiti. Also, forgot to tell you, Star Wars was released, that's episode 4, I believe. Star Wars was released in May 25th, 1977. Star Trek was released in September 8th, 1966. Now, on to American Graffiti. That one I actually kind of dueled myself with. I was trying to figure out what were they really going for. American Graffiti, American Graffiti. And then it started hitting me what graffiti really is. Graffiti, like, spray painting on walls and pictures and sceneries like trees, or, unfortunately, gang signs, stuff like that, and things that somebody would tell you to take off the walls or scrub off the walls because you sprayed it on there. You were a bad boy. So we have graffiti, and then we have American. Okay. Now, technically, I believe this movie is in America. It was made in America and all. So this would mean like American youth who are writing their journey on America, basically. American Graffiti. They're like drawing their legacy in America by going to war, by racing cars, telling the world who they are. So, American Graffiti. They're writing, I, I thought that was very poetic how they did that. I honestly think that is the best title for that movie. I mean, if you could not find one, because racing or anything that have to do with racing, it doesn't really make sense. Like, I mean, you couldn't put a racing title on this movie because I don't think it would really make sense, because there's so much in this film that you really, because there's people who are eating out in this film. They're in like the places where you get your sodas and your hamburgers and stuff, like eat out joints and stuff, restaurants. you're in like liquor stores, and plus there's youth people. So the young people, they're going off to college. Some of them are going off to war. So it the title speaks for itself. American Graffiti. If you're a poetic person, you'll pretty much get the idea. It's like I said, it's poetic. And American Graffiti was released in August 11th, 1973. Uh, and if I remember, I think the same person, George Lucas, I think he actually directed American Graffiti just like he directed Star Wars as well. So that's pretty cool. Same guy, two different pictures. That's awesome. Um, Here's another one. Resident Evil. Resident Evil. Um, and I got this from the movie, not the game, but it's technically both the same thing. Resident Evil. Whether you're talking about the four Resident Evil Revelations, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Afterlife, whatever, it's pretty much still the same. It's connected for the franchise somehow. Some people argue about that. I don't know. I've never really went through all of the shows, the games, and nitpicked, so I wouldn't know. I just really enjoy them. Is all. But Resident Evil, to me, breaking this down, and I've had kind of a duel myself on this one too. Resident Evil is, listen to the word, evil, and resident, as in like a evil resident, as in like maybe a hotel or apartment. This is how I figured it out. An apartment building with different floors are like residents. And then you have somebody there who's evil living with you. Resident evil. And if you think about it, the world, consider the world as like a big apartment room. They're a resident in there, and they're evil. I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to think, think it up, whatever. But it just sounds funny. I mean, honestly, it's become a trademark, obviously, in the gaming world, so it's pretty cool. But to just think about somebody just coming up with a name like that, Resident Evil. I mean, did they not think, they could think of something better? I don't know. Maybe that was the best, Maybe it was meant to be the best that way. I don't know. Because they're evil. And they are a resident in the whole world. Then you have, Resident Evil. It was released in March 15, 2002. That's the movie Resident Evil with Mila Jovovich. That's what I got that from. And then, of course, which I got the box here, then we have, I hope it's showing right, it's probably backwards, but The Walking Dead. Because they're dead. And they are walking. And to make things worse is they actually call them walkers in the show. Walker. Kill the walker. So you have The Walking Dead, which, by the way, I think this here picture is awesome. I don't know. Let me try so we can see it better. This picture is awesome. I love the background to it, the country road, the grass in the middle, the dirt, concrete, whatever it is. I like the guy who's walking. I'm guessing that's Rick Grimes, the sheriff. I love the old house, the way the clouds are. I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfectly made that way. And they even have their AMC, as in the people who let them show the show on there. They had to add that. AMC's The Walking Dead. I love the show. I'm a big Walking Dead fan. I don't know if you can see it or not, but they even show well, obviously they show the back, but cool scenes on the back there. When it first came out, my mother tried to get me to watch it, and for some reason I was like, I saw I saw the show, or not technically saw the show, but I had like a game book, and I was going through there, and they were showing like the different stuff that Walking Dead was making, like the Walking Dead games and stuff, the Telltale games and all that. And I was looking at the actual, and then I bought a book. It's like I don't know, like how people have evolved with horror genres, and they showed a part where of The Walking Dead, and it just looked kind of, I don't know. To me, it looked kind of shady. Maybe, I don't know. I hadn't seen a zombie flick in quite a while, so it was like, what could they do better, you know? But I went ahead and watched it, and I loved it. First time I seen it, I was like, this is pretty damn cool, you know. They are walking, and they are dead. They are the dead walking. uh, it was released in October 31st, 2010. And then we got Ash versus Evil Dead. Now, this is a funny one. Ash versus Evil Dead. Okay. Which actually I have over here. I don't know if I can get to it. Hold on. No. It's under a pile of stuff. I can't. But anyway, no, wait. I got another one. Maybe. I think I do. Here it is. I have two of them, actually. I got this one here, which actually I think probably a better cover, maybe. Ash versus Evil Dead. And actually, with the name of the actual movie, I mean, didn't we just see that with this one? Didn't we see Ash versus Evil Dead with this one? And with this one here, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. Hey, look at that one. Army of Dark. I don't really got the cover for that, but Army of Darkness. What could that possibly be about? A dark army of darkness? An evil army of darkness? A dark army? A friend of mine used to do this all the time. Me and a friend used to say, and by the way, this is a pretty good, I don't know who did the art. I may look it up later, but I don't know who did the art, but this is incredible artwork. I love it. Just the way that people look, the way the actual Evil Dead name looks, everything. Especially that right there, the lady in the cellar. It's incredible. Freaking awesome. But yeah, I thought we saw Ash versus Evil Dead in this one. I thought that's what we saw. But I could be wrong. Maybe. I don't know. But it's, but they're all great films. Go and watch them. The Walking Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead, The Evil Dead. Go and watch them. They're great. I love them. Also, too, these shows, here, all of these shows are over the top films. Now, let me tell you something about me and over the top films. If they're the right kind of over the top films, I have an over the top personality. I always have. I've always been loud and proud. That is me. When I first saw these, I was pretty much a youngster. When I first saw these, I went nuts. I loved them. I couldn't get enough of them. I watched them over and over and over. Couldn't get enough of them. To me, they were Well, I don't have the other one, but I think you already saw this one. Yoop. But I went crazy over this one. The first one was really good, but this one I went nuts over. I watched it and watched it, and I can't remember exactly where it went to. Honestly, it went somewhere, but I don't know. I think maybe I accidentally sold or somebody sold it in a yard sale and didn't tell me about it. But I loved this movie. I couldn't help myself. I watched it almost day in day out. I just the thought of a person, being that out of their wits. I mean, he sees all this stuff happening around him, and you know, you would go crazy over something like that, seeing all that crap happen. Cutting off your freaking hand because it's got some kind of weird demon in it. I mean, and using a chainsaw of all things, it's nuts. So am I. So that's why I loved it. I got into the movie, and I don't know. I just really loved it. It was a great film. And then that's why, of course, I went nuts again when they came out with Ash versus Evil Dead, and I thought, how much more could they do, seriously? But I'm gonna watch it, because like my uncle says, when you saw a movie with Bronson in it, Charles Bronson, you're like, oh, it's gonna be like any other Charles Bronson movie, but I still gotta see it. Still gotta go to the theater and look at it. So that's the way I was. How much could Bruce Campbell really do? But yet I still wanted to watch it because it was Bruce Campbell. He's nuts. I love him. I love the actors. Dana Del Renzo, Ray Santiago, Lucy Lawless, who played Xena. I love them. Can't get enough of them. So, yeah, there it is. Then we have enough of that. Man, movies. I love them. Oh yeah, we already did all that. Now, here's another one. Kill Bill. Kill Bill. I loved it. It was fairly it wasn't over the top film. It was nuts. So obviously, I'm gonna love it. I loved how Quentin Tarantino was able, which I believe directed the film. Obviously, it's a Quentin Tarantino film. I loved how he put everything into the film, the song, the music, over the top stuff. It was a great film to me. We didn't actually get to see her kill Bill, obviously, but we did see her kill everybody else. But maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, but I think she did kill the mom. No, she was the Black Mama. Heck, I don't know. Whatever. Tell me in the comments below if you're interested in it. But anyway, she did kill that woman who killed her kid or her baby. I don't know. I can't think right now doing this. But yeah, she did not kill Bill. I can guarantee that. We saw him say something about "don't tell her" to that one lady, and he said, "Tell her about her kid being alive" or something like that. That one lady who didn't have her arms. She got cut off by Uma Thurman. Yeah, but yeah, that was a cool film. Then we have the movie where she finally does kill Bill. Kill Bill 2. Which Kill Bill, it was made in October 10th, or released in October 10th, 2003. Kill Bill 2 was in April 16th, 2004. Just another year to make a crazy film that everybody would love. Who's over the top, of course, like me. But yeah, that was the movie that she actually killed Bill. We got a man to kill. His name is Bill. Let's kill Bill. We won't kill him in the first one, but we'll kill him in the second one and just put Kill Bill in the first one because we gotta make a shit ton of money and get it out there. So we'll kill Bill in the second one, And we won't kill Bill on the first one because we need to kill Bill on the second one. I'm getting hysterical over here. And then we come down to another crazy people, the Three Stooges. Yes, Curly, Larry, Moe, Shemp, I think even. The Three Stooges. Because there were three of them, and they were stooges. Three Stooges. I can't even think right now. I mean, all this ignorance, it's just crazy. Three Stooges. They were stooges. And there's three of them. I mean, how obvious is that? Three Stooges. They were released in 1922. Yes, they were crazy and mentally unhealthy. So they were released in 1922. They were deemed mentally ill enough to entertain us, who are mentally ill ourselves. Then you have Cellular, which is a dang good film. It stars Chris Evans, some woman, William H. Macy, which also plays in Shameless, and Jason Statham, and some other woman, I can't remember her name, but I read it last night, I should. But it came out in 2004, and it was a dang good film. Cellular. Now think about that. The reason why this is an odd one is because the whole time he's got a phone and he's getting calls from this lady who's kidnapped. Okay, and I probably should have mentioned when I did the intro for this video to say spoiler alert, but being respectful now, spoiler alert, in 5 seconds. Hurry up. But Cellular, now it came out in 2004, and it, like I said, it starred Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, Jason Statham, which has been in The Expendables, Transporter, and some other films. And then we have William H. Macy, which was in Jurassic Park 3. He was in Shameless, which they've got a new season out called Shameless, season 10. I think he's in every single one, probably from 1 to 10. But he plays a really good character in either of them. And, but yeah, Cellular. He's basically running around with a phone. He even buys one, pays too much money for it in the show. Cellular. Yeah. Okay. And then we have The Mummy. Oh yeah, like they couldn't have thought of anything else better than that. The Mummy. Of course, it's supposed to be a remake of the old Mummy. I can't exactly remember the title. Well, I think it was The Mummy back then too, but it was supposed to be a remake of the old Mummy. I didn't really get to see a lot of that one, but I'm sure it's a pretty good one because, you know, they made a bunch of other movies after that. But I loved this one with Brendan Fraser and Farr, I think his name is. I think that's what his name. He was the guy. He also played in Resident Evil. Odin Farr, I think, was the guy who played in Resident Evil, and he played in Resident Evil Apocalypse, I think. I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not always right. But yeah, there was a lot of cool, colorful characters in those. But yeah, The Mummy. The Mummy, which came out in 1999, believe it or not. And it was a really good film. I loved it. And then you had The Mummy Returns. The Mummy Returns. I guess they didn't want to pay too much money out on that, so they just threw returns on it, and they published it. The Mummy Returns. Let's take a piece of paper that says the Mummy on it. You just put returns on it. $5. Put returns on it. But oh yeah, and guys, the mummy does return in this film. He actually returns in this film called The Mummy Returns. Let's see. And then, oh yeah, here's one. Eight-Legged Freaks, which, now that I actually remember his name, David Arquette. It starred David Arquette, Scarlett Johansson, and some little kid with glasses, and some woman that David Arquette was supposed to have fell in love with. Not in real life, but in the movie. And it had some chubby sheriff guy who kind of looks like a chubby Rick Grimes or something in it. and oh yeah, and it has spiders in it, believe it or not. Eight-legged freaks, spiders. Yeah. You would have never thought that, would you? It has eight-legged freaks, which translated spiders. That was in Latin. Eight-legged freaks is a name in Latin called eight-legged freaks, which is spiders. Yeah. Actually, I think that's kind of cool. Eight-legged freaks. That's what I actually call them. I call them that. Eight-legged freaks. That one came out in July 17th, 2002. And then we have Machete. What's this one about? Not about a machete. Or is it? Or maybe it's a person named Machete. Maybe it's a person named Machete. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Machete. September 2nd, 2010 is when that came out. It's pretty dang good. It has Danny Trejo, who is named Machete in the film. And then you have, that's a one-liner, Machete. And then, and then you have Michelle Rodriguez, Jessica Elba, who plays in it as well. And I think Robert De Niro, I think he plays in it as well. And then, to save money, they added kills to the end of it. Machete kills. Yeah. Machete kills. And that one, September 26, 2013, that came out. Yeah, they had to have 2 years to make another movie of ignorance. Which I loved, of course. I couldn't help it. It was a really cool film. Machete kills, man. Poetic. My name is Bruce. Oh my God. My name is Bruce. My name is Bruce. Can you guess who stars in that film? I mean, the film named My Name is Bruce. I don't think you could ever guess that in a million years. Can you? Write down in the comments below who you think plays in My Name is Bruce. I'll give you a hint. It's Campbell. Some guy named Campbell. Nah, I quit being an ass. My Name is Bruce. I don't. When I first saw this on the package, I was like, seriously? My name is Bruce? This is on a movie? Or it's kind of like, it's almost, this movie reminds me of the movie called This Is Not a Movie. I think that's what it's called, with the same kid who played in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Edward Furlong. Yeah, that's his name. Edward Furlong. He plays in a movie, and it was an odd film. It really was. I'm not really going to rate that film because I haven't really seen it, so I may not be telling you something right about it, but I do know it was a very odd film, and very odd named. This is not a movie? What a lie. No, I don't really know what it was about, honestly. I don't. I didn't really even watch the whole thing. I think I slept on it thought I watched it, took it back, and then forgot. I don't know. It was, I don't know, guys. But yeah, go see This Is Not a Movie and tell me what it's about, and then go see My Name Is Bruce and tell me what that was about and who plays in that. I can't remember. Some guy named Campbell. I don't know. But no, My Name Is Bruce came out on April 13th, 2007. And then you have Planet of the Apes. There's a planet with apes. Apes actually have a planet. It's a planet that apes are on. That's why they call it Planet of the Apes. I don't know, can you guess why that these apes are on this planet, or why it's called Planet of the Apes? I see apes on this planet, maybe that's why. It's Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes, that's the Charlton Heston one too. They also got a Planet of the Apes 2, a second sequel, which is supposed to be, I didn't watch a lot of it, but it's supposed to be like something underground where there's like humans that are underground or something. They've like built a society or something like that. Yeah, Planet of the Apes was released in April 3rd, 1968. The original, that is, with Charlton Heston. And then there's Fanboys. Fanboys. Which, Fanboys, this one came out on February 13, 2009. Yeah, Fanboys. They're boys. Of course, I think there was a girl in there too. I don't know why it was all boys, but I think there was a girl in there too. She played in Heroes with Hayden Panettiere. I can't pronounce that last name. Forgive me. I don't. Seriously, I don't know how to pronounce. I think it's Panettiere or something like that. Hayden Panettiere or something like that. I know it's Hayden, but I can't remember. It's just like Dana Gurrier. I can't pronounce that name. There's supposed to be an African, especially African way, I guess, to say that. Gurrier or something like that. But I don't know. Some names I can't pronounce very well. But yeah, it has her in it, the one who played in Heroes. I think her name's Christine something. She played along with Hayden Panettiere or something like that. But yeah, Fanboys. They were boys who were fans of George Lucas. They went to his ranch to go and see his movie. I think one of them had cancer in the show, in the movie, and they didn't know about it until later, and they decided to let him watch the show instead because only one could go in there, and it was an awesome film. It really was. It was kind of, I thought it was a film that was basically like, it's just something that could possibly happen at some point in time, or maybe it has happened and nobody knew about it. I mean, I doubt that it has, but I'm pretty sure there's like, it was like a kind of like a death wish type thing. Like, I'm dying, but I really wish for this thing to happen. So, they played it up that way so that it seemed like George Lucas let this. I think he had cancer or some like his shortness. Yeah, I think he had some kind of a disease where he was getting ready to die, like in like a year or a couple of months or something like that. And he took this fake kind of like trip with his fanboys. So it was a really good film. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Great film. Great characters. It was a bucket full of laughs. But it's a good film. You should go out there to see it. Then we have, Fanboys, February 13th, 2009, in case I didn't say that before. Then we have The Day After Tomorrow, which is another film. Gotta hurry up and close this. But that was another great film. I don't know why they named it The Day After Tomorrow. what happened? Oh, well, maybe they're talking about, oh, it's such wonder and pretty snow and big pile of crap's gonna happen before that, but after that, it's gonna be great. Maybe that was the key volume for that film. I guess I don't know, but either way, the title aside, it was a great film. I loved it. I fell in love with it. It, I think, in a lot of ways, it had a lot of more umph than a lot of others. But the others are wonderful too. I love disaster films. Like San Andreas with Dwayne Johnson. That was a good movie. Um, just there's a lot of other ones like Deep Impact, which is on my list as well. It had a great impact on me. Deep Impact did. But yeah, The Day After Tomorrow. That was a really good film. I wish I had more time. I'm already over my limit, but I wish I had more time to explain some of these movies. There may be some of these movies that I'll explain to you later on, like full picture. But if you want any more explanations, let me know, and I'll make a video about one of these movies that you like, and I'll make it a complete explanation on what I felt, how I felt about it, and how I rate it. The Day After Tomorrow was released in May 26, 2004. And then we have Deep Impact, which is again another great film. It starred Taylor. I don't know exactly how to pronounce her name, but I think it's T Leone. I think that's how you pronounce that. But it starred her. I can't remember the others. Forgive me, people. I can't remember every person in a movie, but it did have Tay Leone in it, and she did a really good performance. I liked it. It was sad. Again, spoiler alert. It was sad at the end, but I thought that was really cool how she hugged up her dad, and they basically got swallowed whole by a great tidal wave. But hey, if you're gonna go out, make it memorable. I mean, they could have just left the damn city, but obviously, that didn't happen that way. Um, it impacted me. That scene deeply, deeply impacted me. I hope I'm talking about the right film here. But yeah, and Deep Impact. It was on May 8th, 1998 that it was released. And then we go on to Speed. I'm going to take a long pause on this one. Speed. Speed. As in going fast. Starring Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, Dennis Hopper. Some pretty good actors, actually. I thought Dennis Hopper was great in that film. Sandra Bullock wasn't bad either. Keanu Reeves was like the young cop guy, and Sandra Bullock was kind of like I really don't know. She was just like a young lady, I don't know, driving a bus. Could have been driving a bus and sliding around on some kind of metal sheet with Keanu Reeves when they left underneath the bus. Yeah, I think that was her part. I don't know, but it was pretty cool. I love the movie. I haven't seen it in a really long time, but it was a great movie. I've got the movie. It's wonderful. I thought Dennis Hopper did a great performance, and they followed up on the movie pretty good with everything that was in it. I liked it, but yeah, Speed. They couldn't have put anything else. I guess they couldn't have put what is it? I guess they couldn't have put let's see, Dangerous Bus Affair. I mean, those are pretty crappy too. But I don't know. I guess some of these movies are like, the best. I guess when you think of it is, if you put too much to it, it makes it bad or something. I don't know, but yeah, Speed, Star Wars, Star Trek, American Graffiti, Resident Evil, The Walking Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead, Kill Bill, Kill Bill 2, the Three Stooges, Cellular, The Mummy Returns, Eight-Legged Freaks, Machete Kills, My Name is Bruce, Planet of the Apes, Fanboys, The Day After Tomorrow, Deep Impact, and Speed. But yeah, and who is in My Name is Bruce again? I can't remember. Who is in the movie My Name is Bruce? Hey, do you know who was in the movie My Name is Bruce? I don't either. You don't either. Some guy named Campbell. I can't remember the rest. Uh, and what was Eight Legged Freaks about? I can't remember that either. I don't know. Oh yeah, and the Mummy. I don't know. Did the Mummy return or not? I can't remember if the Mummy returned or not. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe you can tell me. Write down in the comments below. What do you think Star Wars is about? The Planet of the Apes. What is there? What's on the Planet of the Apes? I don't know. And who the hell is? And who the hell plays in My Name is Bruce? Tell me that one too while you're at it. And tell me who plays what the Three Stooges is all about. and does she actually kill Bill in the second one or the first one? I don't know. I just see a Kill Bill and a Kill Bill 2. But yeah, I'm done with my English, guys. Oh, but yeah, if you want to see more, let me know in the comments below. And like I said again, if there is a movie that you want to see, that has, I mean, if there's a movie that you want me to do a like a rundown on or a rating, let me know in the comments below. Those are some of my favorites, and I'll be doing more later if you want. And like I said again, please help me support this channel by liking and subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification button down below. That way you'll be notified every time I upload another video. And like I said again, I have nothing against these movies. I love these movies. I just think that sometimes these titles are way too obvious. Maybe they're meant to be obvious. I mean, that's why I'm doing this video right now. So anyway, I thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.